Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is this pretty card. I've used the Hand-Penned Petals stamp set together with the coordinating penned flowers dies. The sentiment comes from the Sweet as a Peach stamp set. And I've also used paper from the Subtles 6-inch paper pack and the latest in colour pack. And I've created a double Z-fold card. Inside there's a panel for you to write your message. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you're interested in reproducing it, take a screenshot so you can refer to it later. I have half a standard sheet of card here in basic black, and this will be my card base. Because I use A4 card, I'm using my metric plate on my Simply Scored board, and I'm going to score at 5.25 centimetres and 10.5 centimetres. If you use 8.5 by 11 inch as your standard card, you want to score at 2 1/8 of an inch and 4 1/4 inches. Because I use A4 as my standard card, I'm going to do the scoring on the second Z-fold with my paper trimmer. Now again, I'm using basic black card, and this goes into the trimmer with the longest side across the top. I'm going to score this down at 9 centimetres and at 14.2 centimetres. Now if you use 8.5 inch by 11 inch as your standard, you can do this on the Simply scoreboard. You want to score at 3.5 inches and 5 5/8 of an inch. I can now fold on the score lines and burnish them with my bone folder. Now for the card base, the score line between the small sections is a mounting fold, and then the remaining score line is a valley fold. For the panels, the score line next to the widest section is a mountain fold, and then the score line between the two smaller sections is a valley fold. Here is the Sweet as a Peach stamp set, and I'm just using the Happy Birthday sentiment today. And here is the Hand-Penned Petals stamp set. Now this is the image I used on my first card, but I'm going to use this as my main image today. I have the front basic white panel here, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the bottom right position. I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink for this. And onto a scrap piece of basic white card, I'm going to stamp the main flower image. I've also gone ahead and stamped the other image in the stamp set, and I've only coloured part of it. This will be cut out by hand and applied to the smallest panel. I'll be cutting out the leaves separate to the little spray of flowers. The main image will be die cut using one of the penned flowers dies. Now the other image you could cut out with the die first of all and then trim it round to just separate the leaves and the little bunch of flowers. It's entirely up to you, or you can hand cut them completely. The sentiment panel and the little basic white panel have both been embossed using the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. This is really lovely. Now you do need to watch which direction you put the sentiment panel into the folder. If you do it in what I would say the normal way, your flowers will end up being upside down. So make sure that you're positioning your panel this way, and then they'll be the right way up. I have all the mats here to decorate my card base, starting with a pale papaya cardstock mat and then some pale papaya designer series paper from the latest in colour stack. Then I have 2 balmy blue mats and 2 balmy blue designer series paper mats from the Subtles collection. And once the mats have been layered together, they can be added to the card base, and I'm going to do that off camera. For the panel C-fold, I've got the sentiment mat, a plain white mat, this will be where you write your message, and then the little embossed mat. So all of these can be layered up. So I've gone ahead and layered everything together, and now I can add my Z-fold panel to my card base. If you close both pieces, you'll see on the panel section where you're going to add your first lot of glue, and it's just on that smallest section on the reverse. Now when you position it, you will position it so both right hand edges are together. Now you can have an equal distance top and bottom, or you can make your card more like this so it's more towards the top. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to try and get mine more central. So I'm adding my glue, and I'm not quite taking it up to the fold line. I don't want it to ooze out. And then still keeping both sections closed, I can position the right hand edges, and because I'm using wet glue, I can slide this into position so I can adjust the gap at the top and the bottom. And once I'm happy, I'm just going to press it down. Now if you open up each section, you'll see that your centre lines are aligned, and we're going to now fix the left hand side. So I'm just taking a mental note of how far up I need to place the glue, and I'm not going to go up as far as I think I need to. I'm going to sort of err on the side of caution here. Apply my glue and then just check that it's where I want. And you can add a little bit more if you need to, but I was happy. So you just press it down into position. You don't want that glue going over into the second half of the blue. And now I can decorate my card. I've added dimensionals onto both lots of flowers, so I can now remove the backings, and then I can position the main image on the sentiment panel, and you can have it any which way you like. And then the remaining flowers and leaves go onto the smallest panel. So the flowers are raised up, but the leaves will be glued flat. And then I'm going to finish the card off with a few of our new in colour jewels. And these come in all the 5 new in colours, and I'm using the pale papaya ones. And that's it. That's my card complete. It's very pretty. And here's another look at my original card. Now the contrast colour I used here with the balmy blue is polished pink. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.